Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Diaries. It is my hair. Okay, can we talk about my hair? My hair is so gray. I did not understand actually how gray my hair was. I've been looking into wigs too. I want to talk about that. Anyway, I got out of the shower today and I didn't do anything in my hair. And God, it's silver. Look at that. Ooh, girl, you know you're getting older when your hair is just completely turning gray. Do you feel the same way? I see all these women on Instagram that are like going natural. There's no way. I'm already thinning like so bad. So anyway, let's roll the intro and get into tonight's episode. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about, but let's talk about it. Okay, we're back. I decided to do this series on the deck at night. It's nice weather. I don't know how long it's going to last. Yesterday it was 86 and today it's 86. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to sit on the deck and come outside and talk. I thought it was funny. So today was the day. What is that on my leg? There's something on my leg. Today was the day that we were supposed to have my computer done. And it didn't work. Whatever parts I bought from Amazon, because they were like not brand parts, the boys weren't able to put my computer together. So I'm very frustrated. I'm very frustrated right now. Okay. Very. But I'm trying to be patient. I spent some time looking online for some new cameras, like I'm talking to you. I need to get some new lenses for this camera. I think I can use this camera for probably another year. And then get like a few more lenses for this camera. I think there's still some universal lenses I can get away with using on this camera. And then it's going to be time for a new camera. But as far as like the camera that I take out and shop and film and stuff, that's the one that I need to get. And I've been thinking about getting a Sony. It's just the Canons that I've been using have a flip up screen this way. And the Sonys come out on the side. Like this one does the same thing. This one's a Canon. It's really old, but the screen comes out like this way. So anytime I film, it just kind of goes, but it flips too. Like you can turn it towards facing you, and then you can flip it back against, you know, the camera. And then you can, like, if I was standing behind the camera, I could just see myself. So I don't know. That's probably here nor there. But I was just looking on Instagram. I don't ever go on socials for my own leisure. I just don't do that. But there's a couple of people on Instagram and on YouTube that I just so admire, because a lot of people on socials are self-taught and they just have such a craft for photography. It's like even filming and taking photos, and nowadays it's so easy to learn something on YouTube. That's how my boys are actually putting my computer together. They're just following a YouTube video and they're literally making me a computer. They're building it. So today we just had a hiccup, I guess. They told me there was a part that ended up being dysfunctional. So I ended up having to order another, like, I don't think I'm going to have to replace the part that I bought, but we're going to do, I guess, a plate, like something it sits on. And then we're going to have to like see if that works. The boys are telling me that it should be a quick fix, but knowing the way Technics work, it's probably not going to happen that way. But yeah, anyway, so it's June 22nd, 2026. Tomorrow, I believe, is Prime Day. And I was looking today earlier while they were working on my stuff. I was trying to see if there was anything that I wanted to get for Prime Day. I've really been like eyeballing all the cameras and everything like that. I also need a new phone, so I've been trying to research and see what version of phone I want. I don't know if I want to get a 16 or a 17. My son has a 16. My goddaughter has a 16, I think she said too. She had to get her phone replaced. And then they're coming out with the 17s, I believe, in September. So I'll have to see if a 17 is better. I'm not really sure. But I definitely know I need a new phone. And girl, I need to color my hair. This is just literally like air dried. I didn't do anything to it. And I just, every time I look at it, it's like, and the grayer I get, the more bald I look, but I mean, this is basically just all gray, so I'm not as bald as I look, at least. There's this new company called Hair VV, I believe. It's VIVI, Hair VIVI. And they have like these realistic wigs with a part and everything that are all full and beautiful. They're about $600 or $700. So I've been eyeballing those too to find out if that's what I want to do. And then I talked to my doctor, like, I think it was last week. I talked to her and she gave me a prescription for this Wegovy. I mean, I've had it for a while, but we were trying to get it covered, and apparently my illnesses won't cover it, so I have to pay out of pocket, the GLP-1, whatever. So I'm thinking about doing that. I have all these things that I've been like working on and wanting to do, you know, this whole year. And now it's come to the wire where like everything's kind of coming down at once. So I have to figure out what I want to do. And now that I'm going to be sitting out here a lot, I'm going to order new cushions. That's another thing I'm waiting for in Prime. These I think are 20 by 20, just outdoor cushions, and I'm going to get some cream ones. I also want to look on Facebook Marketplace and get a couple of tables, just a couple, you know, and I want to get a plant. I don't think I'm going to hang anything up because we're moving in like 2 months, so I don't want to do too much. I just wanted to have like at least a table for when I come up here and drink something. Do you know what I mean? Like right now I have my water, but it's leaning against the left seat thingy. And I bought this new, have you guys ever seen these? They used to trend on TikTok a while back. And this is like a, it's a stand and you charge it and it follows you wherever you go. So, I got it. I just actually charged it like yesterday. I took it out of the package, and you can put it vertical or horizontal, and you press the button and it follows you wherever you go. So it's like a tracker. So that's another thing I needed for my desk. So I got one of those. It's old though. But there's a lady, man, on Instagram that like has such an eye for photography. It's insane. Her pictures are so good, and I would love to get that great. The reason why I say that is because every time I want to do something in this old vintage townhouse, it's so dark. Like almost everything that surrounds me is like this brownish color, and I don't have the proper equipment for low light, meaning dark lenses that will put you in the right lighting, you know, for being in a really dark area. And so it makes me refrain from making shorts, making reels, making posts, stuff like that. And so I've just been kind of depressed. And so that's what was making me look into like new lenses and a new camera and my computer and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of when it rains, it pours. I need to replace all of my electronics, all of them. So, but I was able to get a video out today. I've lost like 20 subscribers on my main channel. So I'm not very happy about that at all. You know, every time I look, I just get really sad because now when I drop a video, no one comes around to see it. You know, like at first, over the last 4 or 5 months, I've been doing, for like 3 consecutive months, I was doing really great. I was posting on time, I was doing shorts, and I was getting like a lot of traction. ChatGPT was helping me get traction and growth. And then I fell off the grid. I think I might say this over and over again. I don't mean to, but like, anyways, it's what's on my mind. And so I've been waiting and waiting and waiting week after week after week to make, you know, to get back on track because I have so many videos that I need to edit and can't do it. I just don't have the kind of machine that will carry what I want to do. So that sucks. But the weather's nice. We're also getting ready to house hunt. We're starting to form a plan. Next month is my birthday. Are we even supposed to be counting birthdays anymore? I don't know. But it is. Next month is my son's birthday first and then mine. And so there's a few things I want to try to track down on Facebook next month to try to, you know, there's a few things before we move in July and August that I want to get. I want to get some bookshelves. I want to get some more poster frames or artwork frames, you know, for the house, for the new house, because there's going to be a lot of bare walls and there's going to be a lot of space. And I don't want to end up the way that we were in our last house where we had so much wall space. It was kind of embarrassing because it was so bare. So I'm trying to make sure that we have enough to fill rooms and do all that kind of stuff. And then the reason why I haven't colored my hair, by the way, is because I don't have a bathroom. I went from having a bathroom to not having a bathroom. So I know I have to arrange, you know what I mean? The whole bathroom situation. So I haven't been able to color my hair. I think I'm going to do it Tuesday though, because I already ordered the hair dye. So I don't know. Girl, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't cut it or anything in a while. And I have a reminder on Alexa to remind me to color it, so I need to do that. I haven't worn makeup in like over 3 months because I can't find it. The last makeup I bought was something that was on Instagram. I think it was called something maquillage or something like that. I don't know. It was highly promoted by a bunch of people on Instagram. So I bought some concealer and I got some eye foundation, but I don't wear foundation, first of all. So, but the concealer is really good. I like that. And then I do need to start like trying to find myself some makeup. But yeah, I have like this whole list, you know, of the last 6 months of this year from July to December to kind of try to accomplish. So we'll see. We'll go. What I want to do is make a list and kind of share that with you and let you know what I want to do. Like those are goals that I absolutely want to achieve, which mainly is purchases. To be honest, they're things I want to get, you know. And it's mostly, it's not all for content, but some of it is for content. So that's what I kind of want to do. But yeah, in July, I have to really start planning for the end of July and the beginning of August for house hunting. So I'm going to start putting together a plan, you know, on how I'm going to go look for houses and all that stuff. We're going to be so busy. Right now, everything's been lull. It's been really slow and really boring and really cramped. And before we know it, it's going to be time to like almost house hunt daily. I remember when we were looking for houses in our last house before we moved out. I mean, I was scheduling 2, 3, 4 showings a week, and we were just going. Sometimes we were doing 2 or 3 showings in a weekend. Sometimes we were doing two showings a day, because if we found, you know, 2 large homes in one area, we would try to space it out and like, you know what I mean, and go and see a certain amount of houses. So I live in Northern California, for those of you that are new to this video, because these are brand new. This is like my second video on this channel. I have so many pre-recorded videos though that I may just put on this channel, but they're very old. I have a lot of car vlogs over the years. So I was a lot younger when I was doing car vlogs, and I don't know if I should go ahead and just like make playlists, you know, because right now I don't have any subscribers, which is almost an advantage because I can make playlists of what year that was and then just upload those videos to that playlist and then just let them be there. So I have to go through my hard drives and figure out if I want to actually do that, because I have car vlogs from years ago. I mean, I have car vlogs from 2018 when I started, when my dad passed away from Alzheimer's. And it's so interesting to go back and look at yourself in the past to see how you feel, how, you know, what your thoughts were, if you have patterns, if you're not really growing and you're continuing to kind of do the same thing over and over. And I think we tend to do that, you know, because we're creatures of habit. So it'd be really interesting to put those videos on this channel just to kind of go back and share like what I did. So if you see old content, if you decide to subscribe, make sure and let me know your thoughts on any conversation I have. Some are in the car, some are in a chair. These are called the deck diaries. So as I go through my external hard drive, I'm going to create playlists, and that way if you do decide to watch my videos, you can see like when that was and what year that was and stuff like that. Because if I am speaking and I'm talking and you're like, wait a minute, this is like, you just said it was 2024 or something, and you know it's 2026. Just know that it's going to be uploaded. You know what I mean? I'm going to change the intro and change the outro. I might not even have to change the outro. I might just have to update the intro and then just let it be, because I don't really plan on making a lot of edits to what I already have recorded. I have a lot of videos, a lot. So I was thinking that that might be fun just to get some content on this channel flowing, and then maybe do present, you know, as well, and ask you how you're liking those vintage videos, because they're really old. I thought about doing that on my main channel too, because I have a clearance sales online shopping channel. And I used to, when I started doing shopping period, I started in 2016, and I was going to thrift stores, and not thrift stores, but discount stores like 99-cent store and Dollar Tree and places like that. And I have so many hauls from way back when. And I thought I would make a series called like, I don't know, like maybe Shopping Haul Rewind or something. And then just like putting those videos on my channel. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet, because people might be like, why are you putting old content on here? Do you know what I mean? Because it is repurposed content for sure, but it's still fun. It's fun to go back and see like what you bought in the past and what you thought was cute when, you know, like now you look back and you're like, ew, what did I ever see in that? You know, do you ever feel like that as we go through trends and, you know, things we like? But anyway, so I've just been having a lot of thoughts. Okay. But yeah, I figured I would come out and vlog every day on the deck, and I don't know. I've been feeling kind of down because I really haven't had anything to do. And I'm not the kind of person that does well unless I have like a productive full day. I just don't do well. So it's hard for me just to sit and stand still or watch TV or just shop all day long every day, you know, because I have a system and a schedule that I built for myself, and that's kind of how I've always operated. The only thing I could probably implement into my day is going out into the stores and film, but I think I said this in my last video, that what's the point of going out and filming stores if I can't edit the videos? So we'll have to see. I don't know. They said they were almost done today. They just, with that hiccup that happened, now I have to wait for this part, and then we'll see what happens, you know? So, yeah. I don't know. I'm a little frustrated right now. Like, and we have bugs everywhere. It is so hot. And since they finished the deck looks really nice, actually. It's been like painted and new wood and everything. They're doing it to everybody's deck, not just mine. They're doing it to the whole area here. But yeah, they worked on it for like weeks and weeks, and finally now they're on the other side. So they've done theirs, hers. Our neighbors right here are mine, and now they're going to the other side and doing that part of the, you know, development. So now it's been free for me to sit here. So all I really need to do is just spruce up this area so I can like feel like I have, like, you know what I mean? Like try to think about what I want to talk to you about. It's just, I'm going nuts. Oh my God, I'm going nuts. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been in an interim in your life waiting for something to happen so you get settled, and you're in that medium and you don't know kind of what to do with yourself? Like you're trying to function because you need to and you get through every day, but it's like you have to try to figure out how to make your days eventful. There's a lot of things I could be doing though. I mean, I could be decluttering. I could be going through my garage every day. But we're infested with bugs right now because of the weather, you know. This happens to us. We've been here since 2024 and it's now 2026. So we've kind of gotten used to all of the bugs that happen in the garage and stuff. And we've been spraying. So it's like we've been spraying over and over. Like, do you guys have that problem? Like, there's just so many bugs everywhere because there's a lot of greenery, as you can see behind me. It's just everywhere. There's critters and bugs and creatures and rodents and all this kind of stuff. So they just come out. I don't know if there's a creek around here or something, but I do know that there's a pool. This is like an estate development or whatever, and it has homes, it has townhouses, and so it's like a whole community over here. It's an HOA, but there's squirrels and skunks, and I think someone said we have raccoons too, but I haven't seen them. But there's so much activity, you know, so when it's summertime, it gets hot where everything, you know, kind of comes out. The only thing, like I said in the last video, is there's no color here. So like there's no flowers and no blooming and, you know, stuff like that. It's just all greenery. It's almost like shrub or foliage. So that's pretty much all you see. But, yeah, so when I come out here, I don't want to do a lot. I probably will. I have so many plants around me. Like, I feel like, why would I put a plant next to me? But I should probably have a little table like right here. I don't know, just do something cute, you know what I mean? And then obviously I am going to replace the cushions of where I'm sitting. Like, I got this off Facebook Marketplace. It was like a 4-piece set for like $40 or something. It was like someone was just wanting to get rid of it. And so all I need to do is replace the cushions because it is repurposed. Like, it can be reused for sure. It just sprucing it up, you know what I mean? Like, so I can just repurchase the cushions, which I can do that today. I probably should do that today because if I'm going to be sitting on here, I want to sit on something nice. My monitor's on a table. The guy that came and brought me this set brought me a coffee table, so my monitor's sitting on a coffee table. So this set came for $40. I got 2 chairs, this love seat right here, and I got this table. And so all I really ever needed to do was just decorate my walls right here and put like some end tables and just, you know, maybe put those little string lights across the deck. Originally, like I said in the first video, we were going to do a gazebo when we first got here. And I did buy one, but it didn't fit. And then after that, I kind of just gave up because it was so hard to measure. Because the area here is like 8 feet across, and the area where the fireplace is beyond my right, your left, is a lot broader. It's like 9.5 feet, I think. So it's like we didn't know how to cover it successfully without, like, we didn't know what kind of gazebo we needed. So it was just one of those things. And then my mom sold her house and I went to go live with her for a little while. So I just never got around to finishing, getting anything. Really, I didn't even really work on this, but it could be done. It's just, I don't know if I want to do it now. I could, but just like I kept talking about maybe decorating the dining room and the living room just while I'm here, for the next 2 months, for all of July and all of August, just so I could have a more like nice, homey atmosphere. In, I don't know, it's one of those things where you have so much clutter around you, not horror, but almost, you know what I mean? That I just feel overwhelmed. I just feel like, what's the point? Do you know what I mean? Like I said, decluttering and getting organized is always a good thing. So like I said, there's a lot that I could be doing in prep, especially like right now is the perfect time to do it. Like to go through the garage and organize the garage, to start decluttering in this home and get rid of anything and everything we don't want, we don't use, we're not going to take with us, because we have 2 10 by 20 storages. They're full to maximum. And then we have everything in here as well. So, and then, like I said, there's a few pieces of furniture and stuff that I want to get for the new house. Like I want to get some bookshelves. I think I want to get a couple more accent chairs for the new house. And I don't think we need coffee tables or anything. We do need end tables though. We might need some lamps, probably some really nice lamps. And I'm thinking of thrifting some of this stuff because I watch people that thrift all the time and they go faithfully. That's why I'm saying like there's a lot I could be doing, in the interim, and just, but it's hard. It's hard to continue to film. And then you have so much content and nowhere to put it if you're not like putting it out there. Like, why are you filming? You know what I mean? So with having inoperable machines, there's just no point in me filming videos because why? They're just taking up storage in my computer if I do that. So I don't know. But the weather's nice, and it's not like it's a horrible time. It's just very frustrating. So that's where I am. I don't know. I'm very frustrated. Like I look at social media and it motivates me to do it, but because I love doing it, but I just don't have the proper equipment to do it. Some people do it on their phone and they're completely happy with that and they're content and they learn how to edit from their phone and do all these things. But I can't see. Like I have to wear readers now all the time because I can't see. I can see from far away perfectly. Let me know if you are like me and you're just, I started changing probably when I was 41, 42. And then now that I'm in my 50s, my eyes have completely changed. Like, but they weren't this bad. Like until I started wearing readers, that's when they got really, really bad. Because my mom told me, she goes, just beware, if you start wearing readers, you're going to change your vision. And I said, no, I don't think so. But because of how many hours I was spending on my computer, I completely changed my eyes. So now I can't see anything, pretty much. So there's that. There's that. But oh my goodness, and it's going to get hot and I need to lose some weight. So I'm trying to put together a plan for me to change my eating habits. I don't know. I need to really, I do this every year. Like it's like I get on an eating plan and I get real strong and real committed. And then all of a sudden I fall off and I just start eating like garbage. And then I gain my weight back and I start to feel miserable. And then I'm like, okay, I really need to hunker down and like, you know what I mean? Get myself on a really good eating plan, and then I don't do it. Just don't do it. So I need to get some kind of plan. I think I want to start doing shakes because they're the easiest and they're the most refreshing. I want to get that Ninja slushy machine. I think that would be fun to have. I don't know about the ice cream maker, but I do want to get the slushy machine. I think that would be really, really fun. So that's what I was thinking about. So yeah, anyway, it's Sunday and I'm preparing for Halloween. I'm making a plan for that. I've been looking at all the props and stuff that I want to get. I'm hoping to find a large home with a media room so I can make some kind of like movie theater area. And I have a whole plan for Halloween and I really hope I can land it. If I can't find a home with a media room, then I'm hoping that the large house that we do find will have some kind of an extra room, like some kind of family room or something that I can make like a media room. Because, you know, media rooms, I believe, are usually upstairs. Like, you know, they're like a loft situation sometimes. So we'll see. I don't know. But I want to try to make Halloween cool and like really Halloweeny if I can. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But there's certain things that I need to make that happen. So I want to, first and foremost, I need some bookshelves to switch out for the seasons. And I found those on Temu, so those are in my cart right now. And then I need some decor, which is so easy. I mean, Joanna Parker, let's be honest. If you don't know who Joanna Parker is, just look her up on Instagram. She has the coolest Halloween stuff ever. So check out Joanna Parker. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to do for Halloween this year. And I want to go vintage. I want to do like vampires and like old school werewolf Dracula kind of thing. That's what I'm planning to do. So we'll see how that all works out. And then I'm planning my post too for Instagram and Facebook. On my Facebook page, I want to do a couple of pictures with my kids. So I'm hoping to do that. And I've already talked to them about what I want to do. So they're game. So I'm very excited about that. And I'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, so like I said, I'm kind of at a halt though, because I have no electronics. I have no way to do anything. So anyway, yeah, so, but it was I don't know, it was a decent Sunday, I think. I've been into certain shows that I've been looking forward to seeing. I started watching From, and I'm in the final season of From right now on MGM. If you guys don't know what From is, this is what From is. Check it out. You can do a trial on MGM, but From is it's like a show, like sort of like Stranger Things a little bit, but it's more about, it's creepy. It's really cool. You should see it if you haven't seen it. There's a guy that does Universal and Disney, and I asked him for Halloween Horror Nights if he thought that they'd do From, and he didn't know what it was. So I think it's popular, but not that popular. So check it out if you're into those kind of shows. But it's really cool. And then I've been watching Your Friends and Neighbors on Apple. There's also a brand new show that just came out on Apple about a mom that's trying to get custody of her daughter. So I've been watching that. I don't know the name of it, or I'd tell you. But, let's see. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm into period shows too. I was watching PBS for a while. And I watched a show. I keep talking about the show and I keep forgetting the name of it. It's like a family show. But anyway, that ended in April, I think. So there was another show that I discovered on Prime, I think it is. I don't know if it's on BritBox or if it's on PBS, but I'm hoping once that ends that I find another show. I'm really into I don't know, I jump around because I haven't been able to create lately, so I've been watching a lot of TV, I go through phases like that, but I've been on a sci-fi kick, old 90s movies. I've also been, like I said, watching period shows, you know. So I've been trying to find shows on Amazon and anywhere, really. And then I watched Titanic last night. I was talking to my kids about possibly tonight watching Tombstone, you know, just going back and watching some of the older movies that I like. So I'm kind of on a vintage kick, you know, watching old movies. But I was on a sci-fi kick for a while. I saw Supernova. I saw Event Horizon. I saw The Abyss. I saw The Thing. I didn't really go back and watch Alien because I've seen it so many times, and that's like my favorite franchise of the sci-fi stuff. I watched Predator because I've never really been into the Predator movies, so I watched those over again. And then I watched the newest Alien movie over again. Oh, and I saw some movie last night on Apple with Julianne Moore and the girl from Euphoria. I don't know. I don't watch Euphoria anymore. I only watched the first season. I don't watch it anymore, but there was a movie about a mother and a daughter, so I watched that. And I'm trying to think of what else. I just kind of float around, you know what I mean? I just look at all the streaming services and find something to watch. I tried to watch Hallmark the other day, and I was like, I'm not ready yet. So come fall, you know, I'll start watching Gilmore Girls again, and I'll go back on Hallmark and start watching those movies. I'm not ready for Christmas. I keep hearing everybody talk about how ready they are for Christmas. Girl, I am not ready for Christmas. Are you? Because right now for retail, fall is here already. It's not even July 1st, but this is the way retail works. So it's like there's nothing but Halloween and fall content everywhere on socials right now. So like everybody's gearing up to do their fall video series, you know. There's one thing though that I wanted to get last year that I didn't get that I definitely want to get this year before fall, and that is one of those vintage DVD VHS players. I bought one last year because it was a thing, but I bought it too big. So this one, the next one, I found one on Facebook Marketplace, but it was $200. And every time I share it with my family, they're like, "You're crazy if you want to spend that much on that thing." So I don't know. I just know I want a fully function one. It doesn't have to be a duo, but I would rather it be a duo if I can find one. And then I need to find one that's 13 inches rather than 20, because the 20-inch one didn't fit on my kitchen counter, which is where I wanted it to go. But it was too big, so I'm going to start looking now on Facebook and see if I can land a small one. But now that everybody knows that they're trending, they're like so expensive. They're like $150, $200. So every time I tell a seller that they're like super popular, they're like, "Really? Why?" You know what I mean? But they've hiked up the prices because people have now understood that vintage is here, especially since I think what triggered all of that was Stranger Things, when it started bringing all that 80s stuff back, and then all of a sudden it became a trend. So now people are looking for vintage items, you know. But when I create my studio and my office again, I think I want to do like vintage cameras, vintage video cameras. I don't know. I just want some kind of unique background. So I'm thinking about that as well. So I'm making all these plans, you know, for the rest of the year and then into 2027. And then we're supposed to plan a trip to Hollywood Horror Nights in the fall of 2027. So that's another thing I need to start planning for and figuring out what we're going to do, because these express tickets, you know, the ones where you can like go through the park, have an escort, and then get in front of the lines. My kids went last year. My adult sons went last year, and it was like $400 for those tickets. And now in 2026, those tickets are $600. So they've jumped like $200. So I don't know. I guess I better prepare for that, because I have to. If we go, I'm gonna put. I'll be the one in charge of like putting the package together. So, and I want to do more than that. I don't know. I've been thinking, should we go to Disney and Universal in that trip, or should we just go to Universal and then like maybe do some sightseeing, I guess, whatever's around there? I'm not really sure, but I definitely want, maybe we should go through some thrift stores. It's only LA. It's not like, you know, it's only LA, but I'm not really interested in going to see Knott's Berry Farm at all. But I do want to go to the Wax Museum. I thought that would, I don't know. I have a different like attitude about celebrities nowadays, so I don't know. I just want to do some fun. I do know that. I don't want to just go to Universal. I want to do something else. So my son thinks we should go to Disney at a different time rather than doing it both together, because he thinks it's too much, and I do too. I think it would be too much. So maybe we can go to Hollywood Horror Nights in the fall, and then maybe go to Disney in the spring, maybe, because of prices and all the increases. The people that I watch that do Hollywood theme parks, they've gone up so much that the crowds are just different. They're not as busy as they used to be because prices are so high. So I don't know. I have to just kind of work it all out. And I'm a plan person, so I need to put a plan together, you know. But let me know if you've ever been to Universal, Hollywood Horror Nights, or Universal Studios, whether you live in California or Florida. Let me know if you've ever been. I've never been to Universal Studios ever, so I'm really looking forward to that. But I've been to Disney a lot, but I just haven't been there in a long time, so we'll see. It's been a really long time, so we'll have to revisit Disney, I think, some way. But anyway, I just wanted to come out and take a few minutes and let you know what's on my mind, I guess. I don't know. Summer's here, thank goodness, and it's almost fall, girl. I just want to get through summer and get to fall, because I am not a summer person. I'm not interested in the summer. I like the fall. I like when all the colors change. I am just a fall, autumn person, period. That's me. So I can't wait for the rain and, you know, all the different blooming to happen. I just can't wait. I can't wait. So I just like that whole fall, winter vibe stuff. So summer's nice and it's a nice break from all of the cold, but I don't know. I like fall. Let me know. Are you a fall, autumn? You like winter or summer? What's your favorite season? But yeah, so that's what happened today. So we'll see you guys again soon. I don't know if it's going to be every single day that I'm going to do these, but I definitely know that I'm going to do them as frequently as I can while we're here. And hopefully as I come out here, there'll be a little bit more color or something, you know, up here. Maybe I'll put some lights up here or something. Maybe we'll do a little tour once I get it a little bit presentable. So we'll see. So if you tuned in, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Hope I took your mind off whatever. Let me know if you've ever been to any of the parks I mentioned, or what your summers, what's happening with your summer, especially if you're a Gen Xer, you know, because, you know, when you get older, life gets a little bit more quiet, and, you know, it's just not like it used to be when you were young. So you have to entertain yourself, and you know what I mean? Like, just keep yourself busy. So let me know if you have hobbies. What do you do in the summertime for yourself? Do you have any hobbies? You know, do you garden? You know, is this like a prime time in the season for you to get out and do the things that you love to do? Or are you more of a fall, autumn person like me, or winter? Just let me know. So I will see you guys again soon. Take care, stay safe, subscribe. I'm just starting to post on this channel, so I'm just going to be sitting here talking to you. That's pretty much all I'm going to be doing. So I will see you guys soon, and I hope you subscribe, like the video if you like the conversation, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
That's all, folks.